Welcome back. As this case deepens, so too does the stench of this town's corrupted tissue. Gone are the days that there might be a poultice for the wounds that fester beneath the facade of law and order here at Baldur's Gate. But further investigation on the suspects revealed the following information. Lady Ainsley of Quarrybank claims she knows little, hard-pressed to divulge more. Says she sent the invitations to the others for their quarterly soiree, but once more maintains that their relationship was strictly platonic in nature. Professor Norma Bates. The professor appears to be a woman with a diverse academic background. While moonlighting as a private physician to the deceased with an expertise in medical leeching, she claims to support her colleagues by procuring important items for medicinal research purposes. For instance, the large Brantifax necklace around her neck, as well as the precious flora cultivated by the deceased in his conservatory. Turns out Professor Bates was particularly interested in said flora, but it appears that the deceased was rather loath to part with his exotic and highly valuable plants. And here's Johnny. Mr. Torrance claims he was childhood best friends with the deceased, as well as business partners, though he had a hard time shining a light on the nature of this partnership. However, our independent investigation revealed connections to the rat race running a bit deeper than we thought. We discovered a series of gambling debts, arguably insurmountable, to the Gouda crime family. Since the murder of Johnny B. Gouda, the crime family has since been run by the matriarch, Junie B. Gouda. We know these wererats to be both dangerous and vengeful, not unlike the Cosa Nostra, the Yakuza, or the Bratva. After giving Mr. Torrance a little grease, he disclosed that a large share of that business partnership may or may not have consisted of Lord Rogers covering his debts to the rats. And it appears to be quite a bit of cheddar. Colonel Dijon. He seemed to be rather forthcoming about his relationship to the deceased. To his apparent shame, the colonel admitted that he was being paid by Lord Rogers to offer private security to his wife, Lady Ainsley of Quarrybank. Curiously, it appears that this security was to provide protection against, wouldn't you know it, the rats. For a powerful man of the law, it appears that Colonel Dijon's dealings were rather seedy. Doing our due diligence, a thorough search of the premises yielded the following evidence. As noted, the library yielded 3 scientific texts, and the billiards room provided circumstantial evidence of rats in the vicinity. A search of the conservatory yielded only an accounting of rare flora, such as bubble lily and brindweed. And for all of these exotic plants in his possession, he appeared to have proper legal documentation. Next, a thorough search of the lounge revealed a letter from the deceased to one Colonel Dijon. In this letter, it appears that Lord Rogers of Quarrybank intended to terminate the long-standing business arrangement with the Colonel, with a final sum of 500 greenbacks. Importantly, this very letter was found in the back of the fireplace, as if someone were intent on its destruction. It appears that their discussion may have become quite heated. Continuing on, a search of the dining room revealed that dinner had not yet been served that night. A deeper look into the table settings revealed a series of meticulously prepared traps and torture devices, notoriously associated with the Gouda crime family for the purposes of interrogation and murder. Indeed, much like the dinner, it appears that the rat's revenge was a dish best served cold. That leads us next to my favorite room, the kitchen. Upon entering the kitchen, we met a couple of new house staff, cooks of the homunculus variety. A man of Lord Quarrybank's status, it's no surprise that his fortune and well-being rest upon a foundation of indentured servitude. These homunculi cooks, Coriander and Cumin, provided our first break in the case. After a brief interrogation, they were able to confirm the presence of a current rat infestation within the estate, as well as the presence of a well-protected secret passageway through which the rats appear to enter. They speculated strongly as well that the murder weapon appeared to be one of the knives from this very kitchen. So, emerging from the kitchen, the murder appeared to be someone as yet unknown in the ballroom with a kitchen knife. We continued onwards to the final room of the house, the study, where we found our next break in the case. On his desk, we found what appeared to be the last will and testament of Lord Rogers of Quarrybank. Wouldn't you know it? Within this document, Lord Rogers left 49% stake in his Quarrybank mining company to his dear friend, Johnny Torrance. To Dr. Norma Bates, Lord Rogers happened to leave the very exotic plant she so desired from his conservatory. To our yellow-bellied man of the law, Colonel Dijon, Lord Rogers left a sum of $20,000 and alluded once more to the conclusion of a private arrangement. Last, but certainly not least, to Lady Ainsley of Quarrybank, he left the remainder of his sizable fortune. With this document, it appears we've established numerous possible motives, but something smelled a bit fishy here, and it wasn't Archineus' anchovies. Using the master key to the house found among Colonel Dijon's possessions, we unlocked the secret passage in the kitchen, and it revealed a deep, dark, cavernous tunnel. All things passed into the night. We descended into the darkness, met by the smell of rat droppings, joygans, and wet dog. Soon enough, we came upon a well, beside a wig, a bucket full of prune juice, and a pile of nipple rings. At the bottom of the well, a familiar-faced woman lay there, covering her indecency with a trembling Bichon frise. Wouldn't you know it, it was the real Lady Ainsley of Quarrybank. Terrified and traumatized, she reports that she was put in the hole by a murderous wererat who just might be upstairs wearing her clothes. And here we are. Time to get ourselves a warrant. The social contract here in Baldur's Gate. Doesn't appear that it was ever notarized.